Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here. If you're new, I do knitting, crochet, sewing, those are my three main things that I do. I do other things, but those are the three most active crafts that I do. And I love to talk. So, bear with me. If that's not your thing, I totally understand. I appreciate you stopping by. But if you don't mind someone who loves to talk, stick around. Grab you something to drink, work on your project, hang out with me for a minute. Because I'm filming this right after I filmed my last video. Because, like I told y'all in that one, I had some stuff to show you, and it would have been too long to put in one video. So I split it up in these two. Now this should be that should have been on last Monday, and this should be Thursday's video. So keep your fingers crossed that I get it scheduled correctly and I don't really mess everything up. Yeah, I'm feeling a little extra today, I think. But anyway, I am surrounded at this moment. You can't see it, but I am surrounded at this moment with things that are just making me light up and glow and just my heart sing. But that's what I'm here for today, to show you. There is no finished makes. That's not this video. This is all what I've purchased in a huge fabric haul. Huge. Huge. And if you watched my last video, you heard me tell you that my husband supports me in everything that I do. He did. And I'm surprised he didn't have a heart attack supporting me in this. But anyway, I'm going to get to the fabric in just a minute. But what I want to tell you first is I did finally break down and get me a spool holder. Now, I am a DIY girl. Usually I would have made that, but I would have had to purchase the dowels and purchase the wood. Well, not necessarily the wood, because I have enough scrap wood that I could have made. It would have been bigger pieces of wood. It wouldn't have been the little tiny things that this is made of, nor the ones in the DIY videos. But I figured by the time I bought the dowels and, well, actually I have wood glue. I figured in wood glue, but I didn't think about the fact that I had some already. That I could have just, the time and effort and the cost of dowels and wood glue, which I didn't obviously need now. My brain, just had a moment. It would have been cheaper just to buy this one. Now, if in the future I need a bigger one, this is a 60 spool holder. So if I do need a bigger one, I may make my own, and that way I can customize it, or I can make two separate ones that can kind of fold out like like on a hinge. I could put the base one on the wall and then have one with a hinge on it to where I can just kind of do that, and that's a good idea. Okay. Hopefully I won't forget that. But I bought that. And that was when I went up to Columbia and went to that Joann up there. Because our store, I've been waiting on our store to get it back in, because we had that this big storage sale right after Christmas. And we had like 6 or 7. We had a couple different options as far as how many spools they would hold. And I thought I was fine just waiting. Apparently not, because we haven't got any more in, and it's February, so actually it's at the end of February, so yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, I also bought these at my store. I just finally put them to use and figured I would show you. Now these there's these singles, and then there's one that is a double size. They were the exact same like I was telling my coworker, her and I both, she works the cutting counter, and you know, she was talking about getting the wider one that's a double. And like I told her, it just depends on what kind of space you have and what kind of space you need. I need the singles so that I can split them up if I need the space, or if I don't have a space big enough for the entire big piece. These were $19.99, and I got them on sale for 50% off. So they were $9.99 plus my little discount. So I love them. And they come with these removable section pieces. I think that's really, really cool. I have left them in their natural, the way that I bought them. Oops, hold on. I did not put that back in the slot. Hang tight. Lynn is obviously going to have technical difficulties today. So, I bought 2 of those. And they're perfect for fat quarters, or like now these are my little bandana fabrics. My little neons. But what I have used them for is like my scrap pieces that are less than a yard, but bigger than a fat quarter, or a fat quarter size. Now I have my teeny tiny little scraps over here, you know. But, oh, and guess what I found when I was organizing yesterday? That blue fabric that I told y'all that I wasn't able to have anymore. I have 2 little pieces left. Now, I'm going to contact my sister-in-law because she wanted a bag with this color. Because see, it's just 2 pieces. And this is the perfect size. It might be a little bit smaller than my large bag. But I'm going to ask her if she would like me to make her a bag out of this material. And if she doesn't, I will make a bag out of this and put it up on my website. But this will be probably the very last bit that I can get my hands on. And I didn't know that this was in my little scrap pile. But I was so excited when I saw it. Because everybody is loving that blue flowers. And in fact, Beth Ann bought the original one, and I might reach out to her to see if she would like. No, I don't want to make a small out of that because I want to utilize that every bit of that cloth because everybody loved it. So if you're seeing this and you do want this, reach out to me in email. If my sister-in-law doesn't want the bag made from it, because there was 4 of you. I can't remember exactly which 4, but just let me know if you would like the bag, and the first person that responds, or the first email that I get, I can send you an invoice and do it that way. I don't even have to put it on my website. So, anyway, this thing is perfect for those little things. Now, that's just too small, but those little scraps. But anything larger than those, I put it in here. They were right here. And I told y'all in my last video, I have been an organizing little fool. But these are so blasted good. Now, I did buy, back in November, I think, I bought the other kind that I showed y'all once before, I believe I showed y'all this. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm trying to get it out. I have pinned myself in with all this fabric. This little lovely. And I bought these in a set of 5. And these were only, in the set of 5, I think they were only $16. So, essentially, what, $4 a piece? No. I said 5 of them, right? Yeah. So, $3 a piece. And I can do a side-by-side comparison. These are a little wider than these. But, yeah, maybe 2 of these per one of these. So, but you do get a little bit more with the bigger one. But anyway, all right, give me 1 second. Let me put everything back together over here. Told y'all, I'm real. I'm not about to sit here and edit all that out. All right, so that's it for my storage stuff. And I'm glad I have done this, and I might end up getting me 2 more of these before we sell out all of them. They have, I think they have a regular blue, a light blue handle, the aqua, and then a tan or goldish looking handle. But you know me, blues, purples, and aqua, or turquoise. Okay. Now we get to have fun. Alright, so this has nothing to do with the bankruptcy. Every now and again, they will put these on clearance. It might have something to do with the bankruptcy. I don't know. Because the last time that these things went on sale, I wasn't an employee at that point, but it was during the last bankruptcy when they did the restructuring. So it may be something to do with it. I don't know. But it's not part of the liquidation is what I'm trying to say. So, the end of January, January 31st, as a matter of fact, because that's when I made that first order. I was looking on, and I was looking on my Joann app, and I searched up pre-cut fabric because I was watching Jordan Fabrics YouTube videos. If you quilt, she has got some amazing quilts designs that she features on her thing because that's her business. She quilts up sample quilts of the patterns that she carries. Some of them are free, her patterns, and then some of them are paid patterns, that she carries in her shop. So I told you in my last video that when I find a new podcaster, I tend to binge them, right? Well, I binged very slightly with Jordan Fabrics. But then she has 2 video compilations to where she just put a lot of her quilts in one video. They're long videos, but they're so worth it. I have so many ideas for quilts from that video, or those videos. And those ideas, a lot of them uses 10 by 10 square, jelly rolls, fat quarters, those kind of things, instead of having a whole full yard of one fabric, just to give you some color variations or the patchwork look. I don't know. But it got me to thinking. It would be so much easier to do the quilting idea that I was wanting to do if I had just bought jelly rolls for it, right? Well, I was using my remnants and I wanted blues. And we didn't have any blues for that at the time. So I didn't think about searching other stores and trying to order online. But at the time that I was making that, trying to do that design for the, I think it's Bargello. I think that's how you say it. The Bargello. And it would have been so much better for me had I done a jelly roll, right? As far as trying to make sure all my cuts were exact and whatnot. But anyway. So I went looking on the app, and I looked for pre-cut fabric, and I found the Golden Goose. I found the Buried Treasure. I found so many pieces on clearance, and I went crazy. So I got my total in the cart, and I talked to my husband, and I said, "This is a lot of money. can we do this? Because I don't have to ask permission, and he doesn't have to ask me permission about the money we spend. But when it gets up, when it gets up there, we do talk about it, and we discuss if it's something we can do. So surprisingly, about an hour later, he come back with, "Can you make any money off of this?" And I said, "Probably." Nothing's guaranteed, right? But probably. And he said, "Then go for it." I told y'all, this man supports me. I mean, he's got my back. So I put that order in. Well, first, I told him that I was having difficulty on the website because it wasn't taking my employee discount. So I called customer service. I'm not kidding. I waited 30 minutes before someone picked up. And it took me a while to get my point across to them that it wasn't taking my employee discount. Well, I know why. Because clearance you can't use coupons on. And to use my employee discount, I have to put it in the coupon space, my code. And it reads it as a coupon, so it wasn't taking it. So we finally got it worked out, and he said, "Yes, you'll have to buy it at this price now, but when it all comes in, call me and we can get you a refund issued." Well, we'll see if that works. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm putting a lot of faith in this, that it's going to work. Now, that's for one part of this. The other part is some I found in my store, and then some I found in the Columbia store. And I'm excited by it all. I wish I could just explain how excited I am. So I have a tote over here that has that first order in it. And then I have the others over here. But the most expensive roll or piece I bought, I think was I thought it was $19, but I think there was one on here that was $22. But these things are $56 every day of the week. Well, $56.99. So, yeah, they were cheap. And while my discount will help some, it didn't, it wasn't going to help that kind of jump. So, it's definitely, and I bought some elastic. Don't know if I'll need it, but it was on clearance. It's 1/4 inch elastic. I got 10 yards. I think it was 9 cents a yard. So I got 10 yards. Because you just never know when you might need elastic, right? All right. There's a lot here. So buckle up. We're going to be here a minute. All right. So first I will start with the 10-inch squares. All right. Now I did not buy Charms, which is the 5-inch squares. I don't even know if we have any Charms. I don't know that Joanne carries Charms, so I couldn't have bought them even if I wanted to. Okay. So this right here is just brush stroke neutral. There's 42 pieces in this thing. And you can kind of see, I mean, they're literally neutral tones. And matter of fact, I'll show you that one. That one might be better for you to see. These are the same exact colors in here that are in there. So it's black, brown, going into tan, going into cream, going into a beigey light cream, go to gray, back to black. So that's pretty much what that little transform that is. And they are edged, with the pinking sheer edge. so they don't unravel. This one is what I'm excited about. This is Brushstroke Brights. Now look at that rainbow. I hope you can see this. It is so gorgeous. I was so excited when I seen this, and this was like $17, and I'm thinking, wow. So most of them were $17 and $19, and like I said, I think there was one that I paid the $22 for. I don't have it pulled up right now, and I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't look there. But I'm just so excited. Because they all have that brushstroke look, but they're the Rainbow Brights. Now this one, I kind of squealed when I got it in. Only because the 10 by 10 square that is in the front is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at this. Now this was the Brights. Brushstroke Brights, right? And yes, those are rainbow colors. This is called Rainbow Bright. And it's got, the reason it's called Rainbow Bright is because it's got all these different rainbow colors in each fabric. I'm so excited. Isn't that so pretty? My mind is just, it's exploding with all the possibilities that I can make with that. And this right here is very, very sweet. Now, I have something else that I can show you the colorway. I just don't see it at the moment. I'll get to it, so you'll definitely see the colorways in here. But it's reds, pinks, and purples in various shades of that. And then I had this, which this is how they shipped it to me, open and everything. But it's just plain black 10-inch squares. Now, could I have cut my own 10-inch squares for these things? Yes. But I couldn't get the fabric in all these colorways. Because, like, this is Kona. Yes, I could get black Kona. But I'm not sure that I could get all these berry colors in Kona. And this right here, these are the high fashion ones, which usually means like Robert Kaufman and stuff like that. So I don't have solids of those, and I definitely don't have these beautiful colors. So it was a really good way for me to be able to get these colors and experience them without my words. I lost my words. Without having to try to go to each and every store and strike out. All right, well, I got another 10-inch one, and this one is Shallow Waters. This is blues. I think it might have a couple greens in there. Yeah, teal, aqua, green, white, or pale blue. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. And this is Robert Kaufman. Okay, so that goes for my 10. Oh, as far as this order is, that's it for my 10-inch squares. Okay. Then I had, oh, no, it isn't it for my 10-inch squares. It's for those brands. I forgot, these are 10-inch squares. They're just folded in a way that you can see all of them. Isn't that gorgeous? This is Fruit Punch Batik. So Fruit Punch Batik. Look at those. I mean, I'm sorry. That's gorgeous any time of the day. And I love batiks. I love the feel of a good batik. Now this I would have had, and it would have been come in handy if I did order. Now this is water lilies, and all of these are 42 pieces. I did order this in a jelly roll, but that's still processing. Or it might be in the mail today. You know, I'm getting these from all different stores as far as the one that I ordered online. So they're shipping at different times and whatnot. So, you know, it'll come when it comes. But, I mean, y'all, aren't those gorgeous? Oh, I'm so excited to start working with this stuff. But I'm not touching any of it until I get everything in and get my refund of my employee discount. Okay, so now we're going to move on to back quarters, I think. Nope, these are still 10-inch squares. Now these are a cream, oops, hold on, dropped it. Of course I dropped it, because why not? Because I'm so excited, I'm just like bumbling. These are cream batik. And I got 2 of those. Aren't those pretty? Just light, neutral. And now, there is this leaf pattern of this cream batik. We actually do have that in store. I don't think we have any more because I think the last time I worked, when I was filling an order, I think I finished all of it, this one off. It might have been the sage leaf, not the cream leaf. I can't remember. But, alright, so that is for my 10-inch squares. I think. That's it. I think that's it. Then now this is a jelly roll, but I mean, it is jelly roll because it's 2.5-inch strips. So it's just not made into the jelly roll. And this is the same one as the other one I showed you, the fruit punch. Oh, well, you can see it right there. Sorry. Isn't those gorgeous? Ugh. And, I think her name's Donna Jordan, on Jordan Fabrics. Sorry, y'all. I still have my gum in my mouth. I apologize for that. But it helps me when in between drinking the water. It helps keep my mouth moist to where I don't feel like I'm talking through sandpaper. Anyway, so we're going to move on to fat quarters. Alright. Put this over here to the side so it doesn't fall on me. And again, cream batik fat quarters. It says there's 12 pieces in here. I have to look at my order. This is 2 packs. I don't remember if I ordered 2 packs. I know I ordered 2 packs of something. And this is the only... Well, there's the black. But I don't know if I ordered 2 of the black and 2 of the cream or not. But this is 2 packs. How about to say that's a lot of daggone fat quarters. That's more than 12. Because these are 12 fat quarters per bundle. Alright. Now here comes the fun. The pretties, right? I mean, I love the creams because they can be a backdrop for everything. Anything. All things. Alright. So this is the black that I ordered 2 of. Just plain Jane black Kona. And there's 2, for some reason it looks like they took the clearance tags off. Unless they didn't sell back in the last bankruptcy clearance. And they just took the thing off and put them back to full price. Because these were full price up until a couple weeks ago. Or, well, no, more than that. January 31st. So, these will come in handy. And them being fat quarters, if I run out of, because I bought like 7 or 8 yards and I have it on a bolt over there for like the bottom of my project bags, I can use these for that too. So, look at me being all utilizing what I have, right? Anyway. Ugh. I feel like I've been talking all day. Oh, guess what? I have. I recorded the other video this morning, and now I'm recording this one. I could have waited to do this one, but I knew that I wanted to go ahead and get it and show y'all everything. Because, like, on the stuff that I bought from my store in person, I got my discount on, so I can start using them. But these things, I gotta wait. Now, this is the Fruit Punch Fat Quarters. You notice a theme? If it had 10-inch squares, Jelly Roll 2.5-inch strips, or Fat Quarters in the same colorway, I tried to get all three. Because you just never know what size you're going to need. And the good thing about the 10-inch and the Fat Quarters is I can cut them into 2.5-inch strips. I just have to be careful when I'm doing it. But now I have this little guy right here. It is literally 2.5 inches. I didn't have this when I was cutting the fabric for my other strips. So there should not be a problem with me being exact. Except for the fact that sometimes when I put my hand on this, the cloth underneath it moves. So I'll have to be really careful about that. And I'm thinking about upgrading my rotary cutter. I have a 45 millimeter. I think I'm going to buy another one, but the 60 millimeter. I think that might help. Okay. And here's the water lilies. And you can kind of see some of the design better on these now. It's that classic petite look, you know? And then this one. I love this one. I'm not a huge flower girl, but for some reason, the spring floral just jumped out at me, and I said, I have to have it. I wish I could get my hands on more of these, but I think they're out of stock, because they canceled some of my order because of just not being in stock anymore. So, and that was, you know, a while back, so I don't think that they'll, unless some of these stores that have closed or are closing, if they end up sending anything to the other stores that are remaining open for the time being, then maybe we'll see an influx of some of this stuff, and I might be able to get me some more, right? Okay. So I got this right here. I think this was the $22 one. I think it was. But it is the Petite Geo Brights. And look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I love this. I thought that was so pretty. Just those rainbow brights right there. Gorgeous. Now this is pretty small for a jelly roll. Well, yeah, because this is what I'm used to. And they have even bigger jelly rolls than this, I believe. But I mean, it's a little smaller. But, and then this one is the neutral tones again, but just in a jelly roll fashion. So you can see the colors in that one too. If the plastic isn't causing too much of a glare going on, you can see that one. So that's all I have right now for that order. And like I said, you know, I think I got to notice that today I'll be getting more in. It's taking forever to get these things in. I thought it would be faster, but, you know, we'll see. Okay. So, I'm going to go with, now, a lot of these are repeats, and, you know, that'll actually make our time go by a little quicker. And some of them are unique. Now, I have This is what I had in my store. So I had some more of the cream batiks. So I have these 2 packs and these 2 packs. That's a whole lot of fat quarters of one color. But that's okay. Like I said, these are perfect neutrals when you go to making quilts, right? These and the, the neutral. The jelly rolls and the 10 by 10s that I showed y'all. And then these right here. I'm so sorry. But I'm super excited about those. Now, I am keeping these off to the side so that they don't get mixed in with that order. Because I'm checking these things off as I get them on, because I wrote it all down on my my steno pad. Because I'm keeping track. They're not going to cheat me out of my stuff. Because even though they're on clearance, they're still expensive. To me. I mean, when you look at, I don't know how many. Does anybody know how many fat quarters are in a yard? Hold on. Let me see if I can math that. Oh, 2. No, 4. It's called a fat quarter. So you would think it would be a quarter of them, then there would be 4. But that's not true. A fat quarter is 18 by 21. So most selvage to selvage is 42 to 45-ish. And that takes care of the 21 doubled. And then a yard is 36 inches wide, so 18 doubled. So yeah, so 2 fat quarters per yard. Okay. And I have 12 fat quarters per bundle. We're about to math off the top of my head. So that's 6 yards of fabric. So if I paid $17, $17.95 or $17.09, I can't remember. We'll just say 17. And how many did I say? 6. So that's a little over $3 a yard. That is good. For batik? Yeah, that is good. Even on clearance, which I'll tell y'all about in a minute, the regular batik bolts by the yard is like $5.19, I believe, right now, because it's like 60% clearance. No, it might be cheaper. I'll have to figure that out later. But anyway, this is called Moon Batik. And it's got some beautiful deep blues and light blues into creams. They canceled 2 of these on me, because I made another order to go with this order, and they canceled the Moon Batiks. And I'm wondering if they canceled it because I bought this at my store and this was the only one they had. So when I bought this in person, I took it out of rotation for the online order. So I might have canceled my own order unmistakably, not knowing it. It would have been interesting if I would have got that from my own store, from the online thing. That would have been funny. Okay. The one thing about that, though, is these right here are all marked $19 that I got in my store. So none of these were marked the 17 like those. Oh, it might be because, well, no, because I've got, I don't know. 'Cause I bought these in my store in across the span of a couple weeks. Because I didn't want to grab all of the stuff. I wanted to give customers and coworkers a chance to, you know, buy some too. So I wasn't going to get greedy. But when it wasn't moving, I just kept buying it so much along. That way, you know, I wasn't hoarding it and taking it all. Okay. So this is where I have a lot of duplicates on this. So I have 5 packs of these fat quarters. 5 of them. But now these are those neutral ones that I was telling y'all about that you can use for any quilt. Or, you know, the fun thing about it is you can make a quilt of just these colors, just these neutral colors. And I have a quilt design in mind. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. It's one that Donna showed on Jordan Fabrics. Trying to get my thoughts together here. I want to say it wasn't a star quilt. It was a oh, I don't know. When I go to do it, I will show y'all the design, because I will have to buy the quilt pattern because I have no clue of the size cuts or anything like that. Now, on that note of the brushstroke neutrals, I got some jelly rolls. I have 3 of those, plus the one from that other order, from the online order. But I didn't even know we had these at the time I put that order in. I mean, I knew we had some of the high quality pre-cuts. I just didn't know. It didn't ever dawn on me that they were marked as clearance, because they weren't marked at the time. Actually. Yeah, see, 2 of these are marked, but this one wasn't even marked. And some of these aren't marked because I bought them before they went and put them on clearance tags. So, I didn't know. I wouldn't have known had I not did the online order. So, maybe that would have been a good thing. I don't know. But I got a lot of fabric, a lot of pre-cuts for cheap. So, I'm not going to argue at all. Now, I did get 2 more of the 10-inch square neutrals. And you'll see that these aren't marked with clearance tags either. I think they didn't put them on clearance, the clearance tags on them, until the very last one I bought, I think. Maybe. Alright. I'm trying not to drop everything in my lap as I move it to my lap. And then I found 1 more of the solid black fat quarters. So that'll come in handy. See if I can put this back without dropping everything. I have it all on my little rolling cart in front of me. Because all my tables are either here to the side, which is my desk, or the table behind me. And, you know, that doesn't do me any good when I'm trying to show you something. Now, these are repeats, I think. Okay, this is a 10-inch square. This is a 10-inch square. These are strips. These are strips. These are strips. Okay. So, it's the same pattern. It's called the Honeybee Batik. And this is the 10-inch squares. And these are beautiful to me. I can just imagine a quilt being made of this, adding some of those, adding a neutral tone jelly roll. Oh, I can see that. I could see that in a heartbeat. Ah. These things are going to be absolutely gorgeous. I know they're going to be. And then I have the Honeybee Batik in the jelly roll, the 2.5 inch. So I have plenty of honeybee. Plenty of honeybee. And I'm tickled because in the clearance, the regular bolts, I got, I'm thinking it was this material. I could be wrong. I think it was this material that I got. I think I got 2 yards. No, I got a yard of it. But it's one of those patterns that will go with near about anything that you want to put it with. So the possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless with most of this stuff. I'm not going to lie. Okay, now on the honeybee. So I showed you my 10-inch squares. I showed you my 2.5-inch strips, my jelly roll strips. And then I have 3 of the fat quarters. Each 12-inch or 12-piece. That is so unique, the back of that. Oh, no, you know what? I think this is the pattern. I think that's the pattern that I bought a yard of. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Because as I'm looking at it, it's over there on my shelf, so I wasn't including all that in today. Because that is part of them moving things, you know, in and out as we get new fabric, you know. This, I don't see us getting any more in, but we have been getting bolts and bolts and bolts of new fabric. So I'm not shocked that they put a lot of the batik, well, I want to say about 10, 11 batik bolts on clearance, and then anywhere from 3 to 5 of various colors in the keepsake calico and in the quilter showcase. So I've been getting a yard here and there of those too. Now, that's it for the honeybee on the batik. I do have more batik, but this one is the 2.5-inch strip jelly rolls in the moon batik that I told you that I'd ordered and they canceled on the online order. In fact, I think I might have done it to myself again with the 2.5-inch strips, because I did it with the fat quarter, and I think I did it with the moon. I mean, with the 2.5-inch strips too. Oops. Oh, excuse me. But in this one, you can kind of see the different colors, just how, you know, pretty they are. Now, I did get some batik fabric from Columbia yesterday, and I ended up getting 3 yards, the last 3 yards they had of that. But it's not in this one. It's like a purpley blue, and I don't think any of the stuff that I bought has that color. Let me check Fruit Punch. No. These are way purple. The one over there is like a purpley blue. It's very close to this one right here. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway. So, I have more of the moon batik. And then... Oh, wait. I got an oddball. Oh, no, that's an... Oh! I have a 10-inch square moon batik. So that means I have all 3 sizes represented. I didn't know that. Okay, like I said, it was not one purchase, so my brain is just like... And then I have some of the cream batiks in the 2.5-inch strips too. So I have all 3 of those sizes represented. I have the 10-inch squares, the jelly rolls, and the fat quarters. We are hitting true. Alright, so that's all that I had at my store. And it didn't seem like that much until I put it all together. It really didn't. Because, I mean, when you buy a couple here and there, you don't think about, you know, just how much you have until you put it all together. So when I put everything out in front of me to record this video, I'm like, holy moly. I have a lot of clearance fabric. Not counting the clearance fabric that I bought at the store, at my store. Off the bolts. But, okay, so that's it as far as my store. Alright? Now we're going to move on to just a couple more items that I got from the Columbia store when we went to go do our eye appointment. And thankfully, even though my eyes were dilated, I could still see. I drove us home and it was fine. Good thing too. But I almost missed these. Oh wait, no. This one I got at my store. But I'm going to show you that first. This is pastels. These are 10-inch squares. And this is what I was telling you. These things are normally $56.99. And I got them for $17 to $19. You cannot beat that with a stick. At all. So, on the 10 by 10s, that's 4, 3, that's 12. You can basically get about 12 10 by 10s out of a yard. And I have 42. My brain just stopped. That silence y'all heard, that's what I was hearing too, because my brain would not compute anything. So, it's a little under 4 yards for this. So this wasn't as cost effective as the jelly rolls. No, the fat quarters. The fat quarters were like $3 a yard. This might be like $4 a yard, maybe. I don't know. My brain is tired. I don't want to math anymore. So, when I went up to Columbia, or when we went up to Columbia, I got the 3 yards of that batik, and I asked them if they had any pre-cut. Well, first I asked them if they were an SFS store. Because if they were an SFS store, I knew they wouldn't have any, because if they've canceled them on my online order, it's because they didn't have it in store. So when she told me that they were not a SFS store, I got excited. So I was like, where do you keep your high-end pre-cuts? And like the Kona and the Robert Kaufman and the Batiks and everything. She's like, well, if we have them, they're going to be right there at the front of the store. And so I looked there on my way in. But you know what? I didn't look hard enough. Because I found 3 jelly rolls. 3. Now, these are the smaller jelly rolls. These are the Konas. But I have 2 of the... these are different. Oh, these are different. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Look how pretty that is. This one right here is Bright Palette. And this one is Candy Brights. Aren't those pretty? Now, these weren't clearanced as much as the others were. These were $17. But this is a half roll. These are only 24 pieces. But they do have duplicates in here. That's the key point that I was wanting. And the one thing about the online order is they canceled almost every Rainbow Brights jelly roll that I ordered. So when I found these 2, and this one says Bright Palette, but it's not the same rainbow, but it's still a rainbow nonetheless. And then I have this one wasn't even in a package. They honestly should have damaged it out because it's got a stain on it, and the jelly roll is trying to come apart right there. But I'll show you the pretty side. Isn't this pretty? A lot more neutrals too. You know, you can always use them, and you can kind of get an idea of the neutrals right here. I don't know if you can see that little stain right there. That should be part of my seam allowance, so I don't think it'll matter. But anyway. So, 10 hours later, right? I showed y'all my big old haul. And it's not even finished yet. I'm still getting parts of it in the mail. And, you know, I'll show y'all them as I get them. It won't be a big sit-down thing like this, you know, because I don't even know how long I've been rambling. But hopefully it won't be too long, because I had those duplicates in there. So even though it's a large amount in front of me, it's not as much to show, because, you know, like I had 3 or I had 5 of those fat quarters, and, you know, so. But those multicolored batiks, those are the ones I was most excited about getting. Because, yes, ours had batiks, but they wasn't those vibrant, super duper beautiful berry and the rainbow flowers. Other stores had better selection. And I don't know if it's because we never carried them, or quilters had already bought them before they went on clearance. Who knows? I don't know. Oh, that tastes so good. I can tell I went too long without drinking some. I'm sorry about the crackling and the noise, but anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed showing you, because there are still clearances to be had. So if you can grab them, get them. You can't beat these prices. And if I wasn't scared of my husband bopping me in the back of the head, I might ask him, you know, could I get some more? But I think I've got plenty. I think I've got enough to last me for a hot minute. And, you know, I have to show restraint sometime, right? As much as I don't want to. But I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you do something that makes you happy and brings you joy. Or that you get to hang out with people and do something like that. Till next time, I'll see you later. Have a great one. Bye.